All right, so we've got a couple of scenarios here where we've got a really lot of bullish activity going on, and I wanted just to show you, I'm totally late to the party, and let's look at this is July or August 10th, 2017. Okay, Bitcoin is at. Hold on just a second here. Been having trouble too with this. The Bitcoin, looks like is at 200 or 3,000. Let's see here, markets. Sorry, guys. I'm a pro at this. Trust me. Um, one more. Man, they got Tether for everything now. Okay. Bitcoin's at 34.21 with an up, which is just I don't know how it's doing it. You can tell it's rigged when things aren't following charts. But we've also had the cover of Forbes, everything. But okay, we got these companies. They are all great companies, and they all have different logistics to them, and why they have been not only the top volume but the top gainers. So 50%, 59.2%, 40%, 80% on Civic. They just locked in a deal. So what do? You got 23%. I've been investing. I've only had about 0.02 Bitcoin on this exchange, and I've been investing. I kind of threw it in Neos, and it's been bullish for the last 3-4 days. Like it's just been going up and up and up. And these are also, I should be in the Ethereum, but what I'm trying to do is find the cheapest one that is associated with these, because these are all, besides this, they're all like, how do I call them? They're similar in a different way. They're new technology. They're in the top, whatever, and they're the biggest gainers. And so, how do you choose the right one? And it's really hard because I've gone through and tried to chart as many as I can. Now, I'm using a different kind of charting style, but what I had was, 30 tokens of Neo, and I took half of that out because I didn't know yet, but I knew I had to make a move. And so I think that I have, wow, this website. I'm surprised it's even connected. So I haven't invested in quantum, which is retarded because this is the one I wanted to invest in, and now I've lost. Well, the asking price is actually evening now, and it's because I got all these guys that are selling, but it doesn't matter to me. So people, oh, it's going down. Let's panic sell. Well, read the chart, dude. Like that looks good enough for me for the time being. If we want to go ahead and go further, I mean, this is a 30-minute chart. If we want to go ahead and go, and these are very, okay, so these are very new, and they're very, there it goes, though, right there. 1 minute chart, that thing's busting through. Let's see if it's consistent on, like, the 15-minute chart. That thing's holding. So I've got a good, even though it's not pumping a ton, this spread right here is going to help a lot. The only thing that's going to kill you, obviously, is the, wow, this one, okay, this one wants you to log in. I mapped a bunch, and then I didn't go to them. So, okay, let's go to this. And this is why you want to always, what I usually do is go ahead and grab a, hate buying high. You go ahead and grab a, this is like scaling up, it's not parabolic, getting crashed. This thing looks like it's going to be the steady riser of the day. Ah, man, I just don't like that price, but there's nothing that you can do about it, especially, well, this one isn't the cheapest. everything's kind of at a standstill. Kind of like waiting for like people to make the next move. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. How big a wall this is compared to this. This one's gonna hold, obviously. So, you know, I don't think people are gonna be just dump selling. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got, you know, it's just people like me. These are people like me that are buying and selling, but they're just trying to get ahead. Man, that price is just too high. You know, I don't like to do this, but I know that it's going to increase. Like, I know it. Because if I look at this, go back to here, well, is it just not letting me in anything? We go back to here, and we go to the 30-minute, which is the most accurate. It's got enough space, and it's got enough momentum. And so, you know, I'm going to pull that trigger right now. And I've already pulled the trigger, and let's go ahead and just be a little stingy on this. No, let's go ahead and not be stingy on this one. I should have been stingy on the other one. You know, let's just max it out actually. Price, ask, buy, confirm. Okay, so I just placed a live order, right? And this is the wolf of cryptocurrency. Jumping in on a session where I've missed all the action, and I'm showing you how you can still make money. I'm buying high, right? That's not what you do. You don't buy high, especially after this happened. You know, like look at that's like the dumbest move you can make. You would think, and it might be, you know, but for right now, it looks fine. And from what's happening with these other ones, like let's take this one, Strat, which it pumped up and I sold it. I was so lucky. It just, you know, I saw it pump to here and I'm like, dude, you know, I know the freaking rules. Like, uh, and so I don't know what it's doing. We'll see. We can take it down to a 1 minute mark. And that's the thing that's really cool about this. Nobody ever does these indicators, but you can see ahead just a little bit. But it looks like it's diving. I mean, if it's underneath, you know, the line, then yeah, it looks like it's going down. So I made the right decision. It might go up, but it doesn't matter. Short term, very short term. This is literally going to be an hour of trading. So, okay, so let's do the scenario. So I sold out that, so we can actually get rid of this and change this to looking for another cheap coin, a cheaper coin that's on the rise. And this is like the dumbest thing to do usually. But these have proven, and I've been watching it, you know, that they just keep on succeeding. Civic has just gone through the freaking roof because, man, I can't remember. I saw it on something, but they, you know, everybody was like, why did Civic take so long? I mean, 81.8%. Now, over the last, you know, I think they're really cheap too because over the last, where's the quantum? Oh my gosh, why am I picking the wrong ones? Computer's lagging. It's like, you got too many charts open, you idiot. It doesn't matter, I want to go back. Okay. So Neos has been just, you know, breaking barriers, which you guys want to give your money to the Chinese, fucking let's go ahead and do it. But you want to obviously see. Now this is what I like. It's starting to even out. So do I even have a chart for Civic? I don't think I do. Wait. This next one's Quantum. This one's Neo, which I should keep my eye on. This one's Civic. So the reason why I'm looking for a cheaper coin is because these are going up. you know, I think it's just gonna smash it. Like, I don't even have to really do it. It's already corrected right now. You can see it because it flatlined a little bit, consolidated. And let's go ahead and do it, you know? All right, so this is the quickest way to do it. Boom, boom, boom. Because I'm not going to put my money, I don't care, you know, about the seconds. I'm not just going to do it off of emotion. And that gives a little sign right there, what's going on, right? Well, let's go ahead and throw the MAC in there anyway. The signal, the increasing bar is, you know, decreasing bar, signal is red. Let's make that, man, okay, let's see. Let's make this color, and then we'll make this the yellow color, and then moving average period 26 signal period. You know, I got to tweak this, but for, you know, being in the time of what we are doing right now, we'll just go ahead and throw that MAC up there on the bottom. Alright, so now I can tell just a little bit more information about what the heck's going on here. You know, it's a 12, 26, 12. The only reason I'm laughing is because I'm just everywhere. But this is the wolf of cryptocurrency, and you are going to be learning stuff today if you go ahead and rewind this video. Alright, this is how I could make money in the middle of the day, not getting up early, and jump into it when, you know, the Asian markets are getting close to closing. And after smashing this stuff and making it go up, I mean, the hype is just through the roof. And you know, you got to know the reasons why. And I know that they locked in a deal. Excuse me. I know that Civic locked in a deal, and so it's consolidating forever. And, you know, I had been watching. And then it broke out, and I didn't buy because I had all my stuff in Neos. I had stuff trapped. I had, you know, there's just so many variables that it doesn't really even matter. Now, what I do, put that. So this is what I always do. I do, you know, I'm not going to call anybody's because I'm not supposed to, but, you know, I do this. Now, obviously, this has to keep up. You don't want this line to go over this line. So they're getting really close, right? So, and then the third line that you want to put in. So it's a, you know, 721.77. And this is the other one that I was going to go to. But let's go ahead and get this right. Just trying to see what's up on here. Okay. This storage, I don't get what's going on, but I already know what it's all about. It's just like Siacoin. Maybe they're beating Sia to the market. You know, with jumps like that, oh shoot. Dang it. I hate creating a graph and stuff and then just jump into the next page because that's what you're used to doing. Sweet. This is better. Buying low, or buying when it, you know, bottoms out a little bit. So, all right, let's run it again. So how are we gonna do it? All right. So the first one, just follow me on this, is gonna be 7. We're gonna put it as a turquoise. I don't know why I don't like the green, but, you know, put it as whatever vibrant color that you want. Boom. Okay. Now, the second one of moving averages is going to be that, which we are going to go ahead and leave in red. Alright, so it's crossed over a little bit. Now I can tell what's going to happen right here and right here. And it's going to be this last indicator, most likely, which is, okay, now just pay attention. Okay, so it wasn't that. So something happened right here, but you can see obviously there's a hammer or an upside down hanging man or whatever they call it. I don't know the terms exactly yet, and I am not a financial advisor, so please invest at your own discretion, at your own risk. Now, we're in a spot where it came up, right here. Let's start from right here. So it came up, this scene caught up with it, and so now it's getting, but then they had a huge, come up again. It went under for just a second and it went over. You can almost call this a wall because it almost is when you start mapping out the channel. Um, Now, the thing about this company, let's see here. Let me do. Yeah, that's not, bad. That means that you should have been watching it since the fifth, right? I'm just kidding. Especially these small coins, dude. Okay. So, we don't care about the past, though. We care about the future. The past is past. Coulda, woulda, shoulda is like coming out of everybody's mouths. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'll be a hypocrite if I say that. If anybody would be a hypocrite if they say coulda, woulda, shoulda, because they would have been like, oh, if I would have just bought Bitcoin 3,000 years ago, I would have made so much money. I was seeing this guy who was like trying to sell a teaching course on Bitcoin, and he said, and he's got clickbait, which I can respect. How to make money on 20 cents, and he was saying, oh, if you would have bought it for 20 cents back here, now it would have been worth this much. And it's like total clickbait. Now let's get you started on a course. We'll do a free introductory, and it just lures them in. And so this is how we're luring noobs in, and it's such a collision because August 1st the fork happened. I knew I gotta start publishing my stuff on Steam because I need some money. But I wrote a eulogy to all the other coins that have forked off of Bitcoin and that haven't done anything. The only reason why this is such a big different, after they did SegWit 22, it's like you guys aren't gonna, have fun, but Bitcoin's here to stay, and there's a couple reasons why. It's had 8 years of dominance, but when you go ahead and put some whales and people from Wall Street that know what's going on, then you'll get situations like this where stuff just goes crazy. Now, if we want to go ahead, now coming back to this, but yeah, Bitcoin, but anyway, I didn't publish a paper because for a second there I stutter stepped and thought I was wrong because Bitcoin BCH, Bitcoin Cash, or not, yeah, Bitcoin Cash. I get like BitConnect and Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash, was He's like the biggest pump and dump I've ever seen. It straight, went up to $600, $700, and then it just started going down. But I didn't fall for it. But it didn't. It made me erase the post, and it was really well written, and I don't even have time to write, So, but this is for the poor people. This is for, the people that don't have thousands of dollars. All right. If you want to go ahead and go get in a Ponzi scheme, I mean, right now the timing's perfect. Go get in a Ponzi scheme. But don't buy into all the hype. That thing's going to freaking dump on you, and they've got a million ways out. And I'm talking about bitconnect.co, because they've got it rigged every single way that I can think of. There's no way to beat that system. And so if you don't beat them, you join them, right? And so I was thinking about just jumping in and jumping out and making like $6 grand. But what happens to people's minds? They say, "Oh, okay, I'm going to do that," but then they go, "Oh, wait, like I'm making all this money, I have," and what they don't realize is, first of all, it's not in Bitcoin because they got to transfer it into BitConnect, the BitConnect token. Second of all, let's go ahead and zoom in on this to see what is going on. So not too much. 1 minute's not going to give me enough. 5 minute. It still has it going down. So, I think I missed the boat on this one, to tell you the truth. Yeah. So once these cross, you don't really want to mess with it. That's why everything's kind of stalled right here. It's because people are like, oh, they're all charting and analyzing it. But it's still something I might keep up here. Now, let's go ahead and look at Quantum again. And did I ever buy it? No, I don't think I did. Wait, did I? That's the one thing too about this. When you start going, I usually don't have any distractions, and I usually am on a better. Holy cow, this will lose you so much money. See how the socket says slow? If you're trying to do stuff like I am right now, you'll get screwed. So always, this is a MacBook Air. They're good. They're fast. But when you're trying to do stuff like this and have, I'd way rather be on a desktop with multiple monitors. And so, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want to freaking give me a pat on the back, because this thing was worth buying. Did I buy it twice? I was gonna split these. Shoot. It's alright though. It's good. Okay, so I bought it twice. I bought it at oh man. That's hilarious. So I got a better price and then bought it again. Because this is all I'm working with, right? I actually was working with 0.02 or 0.02 4 days ago. Okay, I put it in Neos, and I had, I don't know, I'll look at my wallet in just a second, and that's actually what I should be doing right now. But I just want to make sure that this is in good shape and that I can leave it. And the way to actually do that is to zoom out. So we're zooming in, we're zooming out. We're zooming in, we're zooming out, and that's showing really good shape. That's what, I hate the indicators on this. You don't want to use an hour. You don't want to use 30 minutes. The reason I use the 30 minutes is because it's closest to what I'm and so I get really good results out of the 30-minute mark. But let's see a day. But you can see how I took that. I didn't know if it was going to go up. I didn't know anything. And now, from me just doing a couple of things, I know that obviously I invested in it twice. So people are going to try and dump this, I suspect. But, and I hate it. It's noon Mountain Standard Time. Come on. Oh my gosh, dude. And when you don't have a mat, like, when you don't have a, whatever you call it. Holy cow, dude. When you don't have a mouse, you shouldn't be training. I never take my own advice. It's so funny. But like, I don't have a mouse, and my trackpad's being slow, and the socket status is slow. So let's go ahead and change this environment and get plugged in and transfer all this stuff over onto a computer that can process it and run it fast as F. You guys are probably like, what is this guy doing? But I'm basically trying to tell you how, you know, you can jump in and get in the mix. And if you know what you're doing, then you won't lose money. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep this actually on. And I want you guys kind of to see what shape I'm in physically. What I mean by that is just my appearance. I'm like, been babysitting and looking for a job and giving people way too much information. There's some guy here trying to make an ICO, and these guys got a hold of me last night because, you know, I've been promoting Bitcoin forever. So in Salt Lake, like, there's fake, like, you know, they might have done better than me. My only other partner is killing it because he takes all my advice, and like I said, I don't take my advice, like, and that's what kills me. So, let's see here if we can actually get it. I was trying to get a mouse plugged in, but I just synced them all to my desktop. Alright, the Fibonacci is just going to tell you the percentage, but I'm trying to get this thing. Ah, man, the web, look, see how slow it is down here? This determines a lot of stuff. This will kill you in trading. I don't even know what's going on right now, you know, like, yeah, I mean, it's not even like moving. I don't want to, you know, I'm glad I had that set up. Okay, there we go. Now we got a little bit of play. I think. Come on. Let's just get rid of this thing, dude. Or rid of this thing, sorry. Oh, it won't let me do it. It's already stuck. Oh man, please. Alright, it doesn't matter, dude. This thing is going up and I don't care. There's volume into it, the bid's going down, the ask is going up. And that's the number that you want to go up. So, you know, I'll come back to this when this thing is actually connected properly. And it's because I'm running too many. They don't like this. I knew I hit the top on here. I can't get any of these charts. Let's go ahead and log into my other computer. So you start out with a laptop, and don't get me wrong, you know, Macs are all right, but if you want to do other stuff, like I should have a Mac Pro if I'm doing this. because a Mac Pro would enable me to go faster, period. That's why it's called the Pro. But when you build your own rig, which is what I've been doing, I got this Dell that's, it's a really old Dell. It's got an i3 processor that still crushes anybody else's. Like, I mean, I bet on that i3 processor for, this thing's literally probably 7, 8 years old. I've boosted the RAM on it. The process, I just kind of took care of it, dude. And it will freaking turbo. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. And let's get, all right, put on the big screen. And you guys can't see this, I'm sorry. But, all right. But I'll tell you what everything's going on. And maybe that's where I should leave it because, obviously, okay, now we're connected, so this stuff should be coming up. I don't know why Neo's page hasn't been coming up, but, look at this stuff, dude. I could have I bought this at $4 and I sold it, not for that much more, but, if I would have just kept that money in there at that time, and that's why you never take a loss on a coin, then it does something like this. Everybody knew about Ant Shares. Ant Shares, or Neo now, as it's called. And I knew after it'd be rebranded, it was going to be better and skyrocket, and that's exactly what it did. But they really are making a huge Intel firmware vulnerability. Crap. They're making a great platform over there in China, and this is, when you go ahead and say, hey, you guys, this is what we're gonna use, is all the currencies that are built off of this platform. China's huge. China loves these kind of tokens, If they can trade with anything, everybody hates paper money. It's all about convenience nowadays. Why is Amazon, stock gone so high? Because of convenience. They can smash any market. You know what they're doing? They're taking over the world. Market-wise. I've been messing with Amazon for a long time, so I know what they're doing. They're pushing out every one of their partners. You think that you're a partner with them? You better put yourself in check. Get your money, don't get me wrong, but if you don't have a patent on what you're selling, if you don't have a white label, I'm trying to think, if it's something that's not proprietary and that they can duplicate, then they are. They started out subtly with, cables and stuff like that, and speakers, and they're making really good things, but they're focused on the big picture right now, which is the infrastructure. They bought millions of dollars, or billions, I think, jets for themselves, so they could get, they could scale to the use of the Prime members. And Prime is just amazing. You can get your stuff in one day. And they were really smart. When the recession happened, they went ahead and bought up a bunch of empty warehouses and, next to big cities, but basically, they bought them for nothing. And they bought them all over the country. And they've been doing this everywhere. But since they started here, sorry, I'm doing 5 things at once. And that's how I roll. But they started, here obviously the guy's selling books out of his freaking garage and yada, yada, yada. At one time they were like $800 million in debt. Well, I'm pretty sure that they're taking care of that debt. And, I don't want to tell you guys what to do, but I've made enough mistakes, and that's why I'm trying to show you guys how to make money, even though we're still not getting this chart up. I don't know why it's not populating. Um, but I'm trying to show you guys how to get money because I've failed so many times. Not fallen hard because, I'm like, okay. But I have lost money in every single scam that they're running nowadays. And so when I see the new ones come up, like BitConnect, dude, these guys are idiots. Like, and they're like, oh, it's just $100. Like, that's the catch right there. It's a perfect. These guys, the only bots that are training is they're training. What is the average person going to be able to afford? Is this it? Is it? Okay, so yeah, this just did pop out on the market. Okay, so let's go ahead and just put this in real quick. I can't even stay on a subject, guys. Sorry. So I'll just tell you, it's 721 move-in averages, 721.77. Because nobody's gonna watch this. Like, why would you want to listen to me? Well, not with that attitude, they're not gonna watch it. Alright. So I always put the 77 in yellow, and I will create that, and then I don't even think it's been enough days to have that, because, yeah, I know it hasn't, because first of all, this thing right here is the 21, so it's counting candlesticks. Oh shoot, let's go ahead and bring it down to an hour. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But right here, prime time to buy, because it just did it basically, it flipped a B, and now when you start scaling out, I mean, this thing, I know it hasn't been on the exchange that long. Whoops. That's when you've kind of hit as much as it's going to go. Okay, so this is the deal right here. So it actually almost right here, they almost, when all three of them collide and the 7 is moving in the upward, which is really good. It's done stages. If you guys, man, I could teach you a lot of stuff, but so this is one that I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about it. Short, obviously, like I said, but even if I left this long, why did I just do that? It's because something else kicked in. All right, let's get rid of this MACD or this Fibonacci. And it's funny because I like talking jargon. This other guy was trying to get me to invest or to see what, if I could invest in a guy that's making an ICO. Because like everybody else, they're not taking their business ideas to, the normal way of doing stuff. They're going to ICOs, which is so smart because it's unregulated. You can earn money quicker if you have a smart, like, we're so ahead of the curve. It's so funny. In the last year, this has just gotten nuts. It went from like being a toddler to being a freaking 18-year-old football player on steroids. We were just kind of kicking it. And so the Bitcoin billionaires, the early adopters, and I'll give them that respect. They knew, and they held. Like, some of them got lucky. You hear all these stories about them throwing away, thousands of coins and this, that, and the other. you know, because it was worth 10 cents or 1 cent at the time. And so, you know, but we don't cry for them. They're the ones that help us get here. They're the ones that hodled. They mined, they hodled, and then they just gave it to the system. You know how many, oh man, there's so many accounts out there that are just lost. And, you know, the Bitcoin, you don't just lose the the blockchain. You can't just lose stuff. Like, it's permanent, you know? So, I think Mount Gox, I don't know if it was a heist, I can't remember, but it, you know, evaporated. If you guys all know the story, it was the biggest exchange in Japan. You know, the China bubble burst. I could give you a history lesson, but look it up yourself. For once. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's see here, though. But anyway, there's another train of thought I just lost because now I'm back to the numbers. They're just not moving fast enough. But also, but it's because of this. So I'm going to go ahead and actually end this on a note. Because look what just happened. All of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Well, what the hell? Like, it was in an upward trend. All of a sudden, now it's down. Now it's... okay. Like, I don't even know if this is the right prices. So, let's go ahead. I mean, why is this way up here? Like, to kill it. And you know what? With that being said, let's just go ahead and turn this video off. The point being is that never take a loss on a coin. It doesn't really matter what coin it is. If it's a pump and dump coin, you will actually start to see the ones that are usually under a $500,000 market cap are pump and dumps, are susceptible to that. The thing is, everything's a pump and dump now with the whales, and with there being 112 million or billion dollars. It used to be not even like it used to be a billion. Like, we're stoked when they hit a billion. Like, I mean, 112. What is going on? You know. But I know what's going on, dude. I saw it a while ago, and with that being said, and me lacking the content to make this a good video, I will go ahead and tune out. I think you guys learned something. I hope you guys learned something. But don't be afraid to freaking jump in there in the middle of the mix. Chart those things as fast as you can. Because, you know, I don't think it's going to go ahead and do anything. It's not going to let us see anything. Because I've got too much stuff running. I'm bogged down this computer so much that it's all just screwed up. So, you know, nothing's working right now. I know I went ahead and jumped in the mix, and I found which ones were better. If I would have just held on the Neos, I would be good. But to make the optimal, you know, decisions, I went ahead and went with Quantum, which was $10 less, which means if it moves at the same percentage rate, you will get $10 more a token. I left a lot still in Neo though, and that's what I'm going to figure out next. So, pray the real live forever and the fake get exposed. I love everyone who is not subscribing but will subscribe, and wealth and health. There we go. Wow, look what's happening. And this thing's still, let's just jump in. This is my outro. I'm like, here's my outro. But look. So, okay, so let's just take a little time to reflect what's happened over the last a little while. And I should actually just do a part 2 to this and be like, all right, this is what happened. So basically all I did was take money from Neos. I started out with 0.02 Bitcoin, 0.02, okay? That's all I had, is 0.026 to be exact. All I had in this exchange. I don't want to pull from the other exchanges. One exchange has a ton of money. I thought I was in Tether. It's Bittrex, which is actually a good exit place that I'm going to keep in mind because they got my money tied up, and it's going to take them 30 days to review if I can even do a draft. I thought it was going to Tether, but it went to just dollars, and so it's, it sucks, dude. It's tying up your freaking profits. You can't spread. So I'm just, playing the short game and playing it smart. And even though these are hyped and I can go do, make more money doing other things, this is how you still can profit. All right. You got 4. You don't see this. I haven't seen it. 5 minutes ago. Good time to buy Siacoin. Yeah. I'm in Quantum. Man, I wish you guys were watching my other screen. I'll go ahead and say this, we hope the real, okay, now that it's running, the real live forever, the fake get exposed. The real live forever, the fake get exposed, all right? Let's see how much, if we made any money, and we should have, because look at all that. I'm not logged in right here. Gosh, please show me just one that's like logged in. You know what? Since I'm getting rid of this, let's just get rid of that. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. The top 4, you could still make money. I mean, these guys are crushing it right now. All right, so don't be afraid. Now, some of them aren't gonna, go up forever. My boy just hit me up. Let's see what Siacoin's doing. And then we're going to be out of here because, I wasted too much of you guys' time. I've probably been on here for an hour now. And you've just seen me make, a couple of trades. Is that, you can see someone do that in a matter of seconds. I just wanted to kind of show what it's like in the life of a day trader, to jump into the mix and not get afraid to invest on things that are still going bullish. Because you will get burnt. I always used to buy that here. I'd be like, yeah. But, ever since I've learned, a ton of things, I've learned so much that this actually might still be great. But storage, this makes sense now. This is the competitor of Siacoin. Hold on 1 second while I type that. Alright, so I just, this is some guy that I got, literally, we met on this fucking dumbass's channel, Trevon James, man. I gotta shout out to him, though. That guy's making so much money off of YouTube. He's gonna be making the hundreds of thousands of dollars and gonna be the number one, like, how do you call it? Like, the poster boy for freaking BitConnect. Straight up, dude. He's got a double wide. He's got a freaking baby mama. Like, that guy wasn't embarrassed to go on live, act like himself, be in front of the camera, and show off his lifestyle and how he was making money with, BitConnect. And so the only thing is, I gotta tell you guys, don't go to BitConnect unless you're gonna freaking get out, because right now it's got so much hype, it's good. But I'd rather buy the freaking tokens and make money off of that than put money into it. Like, seriously, I just, $100, like, the whole thing's a Ponzi scheme, and it's the best Ponzi scheme I've ever seen. With that being said, thank you guys, and I hope you learned something about, me charting these very quickly and jumping in the mix, because we are still going to go, and what we're going to do, hold on, bud, my son's here, and what we're going to do is actually find out, even though this is not moving as fast as this is slowed down. You got to remember, these are fiscal numbers, so this is a 24-hour fiscal period, so it's growing 24% in a fiscal period. Now, this one looked like a better investment because, even though I have half my money in, well, let's go see where my money is actually. Osmigo is just, I should have just left my money in there instead of doing some stupid stuff, but this is where you learn all your lessons. Bitcoin's up, so essentially this had 29, right? And this had, so I had 30 tokens, and then I ended up buying 34. I didn't mean to do that, it just happened that way, and it kind of sucks because I'm just going to try and break even and get out of that so I can spread it, but I want to spread it across all the ones that are making money. But, I had to jump in, and I had to make a video, and I had to be quick, and, so on and so forth. Now, this went down to $600, and that was when Bitcoin was booming. So, I've just been playing with, it was, not 0.2, what was it? It was 0.02. Maybe I have it wrong. I don't know. The thing is, I had so many of these like little ones like IOP, which is like doing really good, that, but you can't sell them because it doesn't even meet the, trade requirements or whatever. So it kind of like messes with your head. You want to get rid of this. These lumens that I got for free. This is like the Bittrex's way of saying thank you for staying with us and not going to another company when the fork happened. So with that being said, though, this is where my money's at. I've doubled it by holding and on the Neos, and this is a 4-year period or 4-day period, and these are small trades. And this last video I showed you how to get, jump in right in the mix, and when you have time, because I don't have time. I don't have any time, actually. You can hear my son humming in the background. It's because he wants something. So I got to get going. Pray the real live forever and the fake get exposed. This is the wolf. And I'm going to go get those fools. And I'll put up the second part of this, and we'll see how it plays out. And we'll see if we can double our money the legit way. No pump and dumps. No anything like that, dude. Like, you believe me. you're getting played. Unless you're doing it, you're getting played, fool. So pump your own, do it. Network. Get out there so people listen to you. Get a freaking reputable. It'll 3x. So they're saying Sidecoin is valued within the next week or so. I believe there is very little risk involved. It involves. And with that being said, go ahead and I'll edit this one actually, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do you a part 2, and I'm gonna give you an upkeep, because what I'm gonna do is sell part of this. I'm gonna go ahead and see which is a cheaper, better thing to buy, because everybody's gonna be like, oh well, why don't you just go to OMG? Well, let's see what OMG is doing. Does it have the momentum? Does it have the sustainability? Because this is where people get trapped usually. Now that's a really good sign right there, and maybe I should be in ONG instead of quantum, but you guys saw it, and we can go ahead and make one last thing right now, which will be 21. I'll just do the 2, and the thing is, I already know what the chart's gonna look like, but to you guys, you won't know. So, man, that looks really good. Like, the thing is, I don't want to buy high though. I can't, dude. I just can't. Even though the momentum looks great, this can slide down to here. This can boom up to here. I just got to do a little bit more evaluation on it, and then I'll probably dump my money in Omisco, or if not, it will be Siacoin. But Sia is a long term, but it's very cheap right now, and it's been cheap for a while. I've been waiting for it to break out. I've been so broke that I don't have the time. See what I mean? But the volume's still up, so people are setting up walls. With that being said, love you guys. I will go ahead and update you on this. And the last one, and I will give you proof. Whoops. Yeah, the last one on this algorithm that we do. I call it the rat tat tat tat. Right here, you can see boom when it broke out. Now, I know this thing's been breaking out a lot, so let's see how many times those have connected. Because this thing has been exploding. Gosh dang, dude, not having a mouse. Another thing, never buy when this line. Never buy when this is. It's called being underwater. Never buy when this is underwater. Only buy when you know it's going to crack up. If you see like this coming, then go ahead and buy. And then boom, dude, parabolic, I know this isn't that long of a chart. So in retrospective, broke out his channel. I just got to do a lot more charting. And this isn't the best way to chart. This is not even how I really chart. But for Bittrex, which is my favorite, place to go to, this is how I do it. And this is how I make money. And you wait for people to stall like this, and you can assess everything. With that being said, one more time. We pray the real live forever and the fake get exposed. Where the Drake vocals at? Where are they at? I don't know. But I'll put them in the next one on, part 2 of jumping in the mix and getting crazy with this shit. Okay? Because that's what this thing's going to be called. Oh, stuff's moving up, Oh, the ask is down, the buy is up, the bid's going, I don't know what's going to happen. But let's see here. And that thing's gonna slide like a stripper down a pole. Not with those arrows going up, but oh man, I need a mouse.
This is like watching, like DSL internet or something. Like I don't know. It's just boring. The content sucks. His content sucks. I need to be more consistent, and I gotta get my content on point because it sucks. But man, this might be a good one to invest in. Holy cow, I like that. I like that a lot. And people are sustaining it. So what do you do? 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 Okay, it's already boomed. 639. We don't want to buy at the top, right? Well, let's zoom in just a little bit. And this is the last one. I swear. It's gonna keep. This thing's gonna keep rising. Because Bitcoin's on the rise. This thing's, I mean, that's a very good sign. That's, man, I gotta teach you guys the basics before I teach you. Just start saying, hey, this is a good sign. Look at this. Oh my gosh, because you're not going to know what I'm talking about. So, what I was doing was zooming in. And so the candlesticks are getting, shorter. So I'm seeing what's happening. You can see what's happening all the way up to a minute, or yeah. And so you can see, and if this keeps on sustaining like it is, and it's kind of curving, then you can make your decisions. In the meantime, I just lost a lot of money explaining it and not making the moves that I should be making, which is getting rid of. You want to buy the lowest coins, the lowest amount of coin that is going to make the biggest profit margin. So, key example. I invested in Bitcoin at the end of May, the bullish run of 2017, early 2017, because we had this huge run, and there's about to have one come up. 17th August, 9 a.m. Put your money into optimal buy point. Probably have to reassess because of the fork. But after that, I had, probably $1,200 that I put in. I had $10,000. My friend made $30,000 from buying in later, and it taught me a lot of lessons. And it said, yeah, these ones might be going up, but this is literally 1/4. So it's 25% cheaper than Neo. And if it's going up, let's not do that. Let's find another one that we can do it on. Okay. And if it's going up, it's compared to Neo and everything. Okay, so that's going up 40%. Civic's going up. Now you got to also remember that, but this is going up 67%. So I'm almost making, you're really quadrupling. I mean, you're really making a ton more money if you invest in OMG versus Neo on the short, because it's cheaper. Thus, you can afford more, which means quantum's going too slow and it's too expensive. So I'm going to go ahead, and I never will take alright, good time to sell probably, because it just did a big leap. At least take half of this, the bigger half. So, we bought in at 449, and now it's at 47. Wow. Okay, so that's definitely going to cover my, the only thing I'm worried about is it, covering my transaction or my exchange fee. everybody's selling. Well, no, they're pumping it, dude. I want to see it pump. But let's see. So what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to go ahead and split quantum. I'm going to take, because it's going to profit down. And then I'm going to take, I'm going to do Siacoin. I'm going to spread it out and then watch it and then pull it probably back in to the most stable, which is Neos. Neos is the most stable. Let's go ahead and look at their chart. I'll tell you why I think that it's the most stable, and it's because they have been going up. You can't get like huge, 100%, 100%, 100%, unless you're Bitcoin in the early days. No, but see how this is like flatline, but it makes its way up. And like if we do like day, well, that's not a good example because that's like when I should have bought, should have bought back here. When it was $4, it's just funny. Everybody knew it was gonna do it, and so it was kind of like, if you didn't buy in a Neo, then you're an idiot. Or it was Ant shares at the time. So all the noobs are probably just like, what is this? And that's fine, Like, we're opening them with open arms because they're helping us. But I want to help you guys get ahead of the learning curve. Now, the way that I'm teaching is not the correct way. So I'm just going to try and show you what I do, especially on a video like this where I'm just, jumping right in, taping it, editing it. I'm going to edit it, and, so that it's a really good learning tool. But it is July 10th, 12:33, I guess you could say 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we're about to make some moves. Okay, let's see where it is now. And I put it on everything. I will not put a single dime into this, okay? Look at all these green arrows. See, you want to like look for the cheapest one and just do the math. Be like, well, Metal, which is a great company, is a lot cheaper than these companies. Where did this go? And, if you just do the math, it's very simple. Like, but get that calculator out, seriously. Have it in one hand. Have your phone in one hand, calculating all these. If all this was converted into dollars, but it was still Bitcoin, but it was showing like the dollar worth, then you guys would be way more understanding about that. And that's what sucks about this, is that we just don't have like a Bitcoin calculator that's like, hey, this is only $2, or hey, this is only $14 or whatever. So with that being said, I will give you a part 2. I promise I will not put any more money into it. And let's go ahead and do a timestamp on how much money is in my wallet. And it's like, your wallet has been fished. I mean, look at this. So this is beautiful. What a beautiful day. Me getting up late, still being able to show, why aren't they doing it? Gosh, dude, seriously. Okay, so timestamp it. $865.60 is what I have. Okay, at 2:30 Eastern Time on July 10th, and I'll give you a part 2, which will probably be tomorrow. And with that, I'm Audi 5000. Pray the real live forever, fake get exposed.